Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite projects with the microbit. And it's a weather station, but this time we're connecting a simple Grove module called the Grove BME280 to the internet. And the Grove module is connected to BitMaker. So BitMaker is the interface for Grove modules to microbit. So this is an Internet of Things or IoT weather station. And I'm going to go through the objectives, what hardware I'm using, the communications. I'll outline the architecture, which is basically the connections of how all the modules are brought together. We'll look at the software in detail. We'll have a look at the results, and I'll give you some of my references. So the objective here is to establish a communications link to the ThingSpeak website, where my measurements of temperature, pressure, and humidity will be graphically displayed on the internet. And they can be either on a private connection or they could be published publicly. When I make a good Wi-Fi connection, I want to show on microbit's LEDs a happy face. And if the Wi-Fi fails, there will be a sad face. So every minute, I'm going to collect the environmental data from the Grove BME280. And I'm going to transmit that data to ThingSpeak. So this is the hardware I'm using. I'm using microbit, and either version 1 or version 2 will do. I'm using BitMaker, and BitMaker has an expansion for Grove modules, and up to 6 Grove devices can be connected. So you can buy BitMaker on its own for $10.90 US at the Seed Studio website and store. The other modules I'm using are 2 Grove modules. The BME280 is a weather module, which has sensors for temperature, humidity, and pressure. And it's a bit dearer at $18.70. And the magic piece that connects everything to the internet and my website is the Grove UART. Now, it's important to get version 2, which is based on the ESP8285, and it goes for $15.30. It's important to get this one because it's the only one that has Makecode modules available for it. And you'll need 2 Grove cables that connect to the BitMaker. And here's the connection diagram. On the right, we've got microbit, and it sits on top of BitMaker. The Grove BME280 is connected to a I2C port, and the Wi-Fi module, the Grove Wi-Fi module, is connected to the port 8, which is the yellow wire, and the white wire is port 14. And it establishes the link to a IoT gateway, which happens to be my home network. And the Grove Wi-Fi is connected by Wi-Fi to that AP. And my PC is connected also to the same IoT gateway, and I'm connected to ThingSpeak on the internet. So most of the support is available on 2 Makecode extensions. So the first one is support for the BME280. And there are 6 modules available there. Just power on, you set the correct I2C address. You don't have to change it. The hexadecimal 76 is the one that you use here. And the other Makecode extension is a Grove extension, which was written by Seed Studio for its various Grove devices. And there are 2 of them that you use here, or in fact 3 modules. One sets up the fields on ThingSpeak channel. You add your API key and you set up your Wi-Fi. So here's the program, and it's broken into modules. So it's easy to understand, and you can reuse these modules in other programs. So just starting on the left, we have a on-start routine. It only happens once. And this is where you set up the BME280 and you set up the Wi-Fi for the Grove Wi-Fi module. Next, you just go round the loop forever. And if you have Wi-Fi, you show a happy face. And you also go and get the environmental data. Then you go and transmit that to Wi-Fi. If you don't have any Wi-Fi, you just show a sad face. So there are the 3 modules moving towards the right. We've got get the environmental data, and we just simply get the temperature, pressure, and humidity. And note that since we're dealing in hectopascals, which is millibars, we have to divide the pressure by 100. Just under that is the wait routine. And I could have easily have used a software real-time clock instead of just waiting and pausing. And certainly for more complex programs, it would be better to use the software real-time clock. And on the right, we've got the function for transmitting the Wi-Fi data to ThingSpeak. So I've added my Wi-Fi key, and I'm only using 3 of the 8 fields on my ThingSpeak channel. So in detail, you can see the connections. Note the Wi-Fi is connected to the transmit port to port 18, which is the white wire, and the yellow wire on the Grove cable is connected to port 8 for receiving. Forever, we've looked at that before. Getting the data, waiting for 1 minute, and transmitting the data. So how did it all turn out? Well, I was able to collect these graphs and log on the top, the temperature, the pressure, and humidity on ThingSpeak. So I was quite happy with the results. And if you want to have a look at this in action, there's another YouTube video that you can have a look at. Let's just have a quick look at the moment. This is the Internet of Things weather station using microbit. So microbit has a kit bottom silicon case, and you can still see the LED display. Microbit is sitting on top of BitMaker, and it provides a gateway to the Wi-Fi version 2 connector or Wi-Fi gateway, and the gateway is going to the internet, to the ThingSpeak web server. And over here, the weather station is measuring 3 parameters: temperature, humidity, and pressure. And that's going into the Grove. It's using a Grove connection and a Grove cable. And it's going to microbits I to C port. So this is the I to C port over here. And we can see all of this on the ThingSpeak webpage. So if we go over here, we can see on ThingSpeak the temperature, the humidity, and scrolling down we can see the pressure. And so that's it. Good little project. The software is not complicated. It's been broken into smaller modules, and it uses 2 Makecode extensions. And you can complete this project quite easily within an hour. So here are some of the references if you want to purchase the Grove modules, BitMaker, and the reference for microbit and Makecode. Well, thank you for listening. Bye.